Hey, it's Molly. Welcome back to my channel. As I wanted to discuss with you some of the bigger themes that we are moving through that will be in play until 2026. And they involve the Pisces and Taurus areas of your chart. So this would include the houses where you have Pisces and Taurus, as well as any planets or points in your chart with Pisces and Taurus energies. Now, what we have is both Saturn and Neptune in Pisces until 2026, when they will both move into Aries together. So from now until 2026, the Pisces areas of your chart are undergoing some interesting life changes that are unfolding in two different ways. So Saturn is connected with our 3D reality, what we have to take care of, our commitments, our responsibilities. It's also about our maturity, how we handle the real world. Neptune is a very different energy. It is more about the 5D. It's more about what we're feeling and sensing, what is outside of our control, what is bigger than us that we feel we have to surrender to, as well as the parts of our world that we don't always see clearly, but we feel or sense. This is a very intuitive energy signature. So we have two parts of our energies very alive in these Pisces energetic expressions, where Saturn in Pisces is revealing what needs to be completed, where you understand what you were learning, healing, how you were growing. And this can be an energy of understanding what is complete for you, where you have to perhaps clear out some things in your physical world. You have to make some mature, perhaps tough decisions. These can be tough love decisions at times. Saturn holds us accountable. And in Pisces, it's interesting because there are things that we might need to let go of because they have served their purpose. We understand that we are done with them, but maybe there is a part of you that's denying or procrastinating or pushing something away because you don't want to see it. That's also how the Pisces energy will show up, is that there's things that okay, I got to take care of this, I got to make some decisions, but I don't know what to do. Saturn in Pisces is requiring you to take a good hard look at areas of your life here and asking you to clear out, let it go, release, be complete. And so there could be some things that could be push comes to shove. It could depend on how you use or connect with Pisces energies. This could be something that you're ready for with Saturn and Pisces, like you're really ready to complete a cycle, to be done with something. Saturn in Pisces also requires us to look at our karma, to look at what we haven't fully resolved or seen clearly. Then we also have that Neptune in Pisces that can feel overwhelming at times, like I don't know what to do. And I feel it as this interesting dialogue where if you were to use the archetypal energy of Neptune and Pisces, if something is overwhelming you, if you're confused, if you feel lost, if you don't know what the solution is, ask Saturn. Because now Saturn is in this neighborhood. It's in the Pisces neighborhood with Neptune. And this is the energy of what you need to do or take care of, what is the best choice or decision. And here is this Saturn traveling behind Neptune. Neptune has been in Pisces since 2011. So here comes Saturn covering the territory since 2011, asking you to maybe make some new choices, some decisions, to be very realistic with yourself. What truly can you handle? Do you want? Are you choosing? Is it working or is it not working? And typically this Saturn in Pisces is going to show you what's not working first and then provide solutions. So these Pisces energies are going to be quite strong into 2026, and this is going to be an area of your life that's undergoing more changes. And typically it's more things leaving, clearing out, emptying the house, creating a void, surrendering. So when you have a heads up about this, it can help you basically manage expectations, understand it's part of a cycle, it's part of a process. And what these energies are doing in Pisces is preparing you for the new beginnings that will happen, especially in 2026 when both planets move into Aries. So just keep in mind that the Pisces areas and planets in your chart are going to be feeling a lot, tuning in to some new realizations and understandings. This is also where you really want to take care of your energy because you could just feel more tired, more worn out. There could be a sense here of, I don't want to do this anymore. This is where the Pisces energy wants to quit, wants to leave, wants to disappear and make an exit. So just be aware of that in yourself, but I feel like there's a dialogue here where if you're feeling like that, especially if this Neptune and Pisces is bringing up things that can just be a lot, tune into what this Saturn and Pisces wants you to take care of and handle. This is also where we surrender in Pisces, meaning we surrender our human instincts. Okay, we surrender our instincts to, typically I would do this, typically I would want this, typically I would make this happen. In Pisces, it feels like the energies are bigger than us. So if all you can do at times is throw up your hands and say, I don't know, that could be exactly what's necessary. So I feel like this Pisces compassion is important to apply, where you're like, just let yourself off the hook. Don't apply big expectations. Know that with both Saturn and Neptune here, there's going to be things that you really can't manage anymore. And that could be something that the ego takes personally, but part of the Pisces energy is to detach from the human will, detach from what you want to your expectations or what you've been planning, and allow that to be something that you just trust. And you say, okay, I'm trusting how this moves forward. I'm trusting what plays out here, and I'm trusting what shows up next. So collectively, we're undergoing some big energies in Pisces, and it'll be working with you more personally, especially if you have planets or points in Pisces, as well as in the mutable signs being Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius. Both of the planets in Pisces want you to stay flexible, stay adaptable, stay open, stay detached. A bit like trying to hold sand in your hands. It's just going to run through. Trying to hold water in your hands. It's just going to run through. So there's some things that you just have to be aware of, that this is a big theme on the planet, as well as for each of us individually. Now, in addition to the Pisces energies that we have until 2026, we're also right now moving through a bigger focus on Taurus energies, with Jupiter here in Taurus from May 2023 until May 2024. So this Jupiter in Taurus is traveling behind this Uranus in Taurus. And Uranus has been here since 2018. Uranus will move into Gemini in 2026. So there is still a lot here that is going to be changing and shifting in the Taurus areas of your chart, especially the last 9 degrees of Taurus. And that's where we are undergoing renovations, unexpected changes, ultimately liberation from whatever you haven't seen before that's actually connected to your authentic self. This Uranus in Taurus is spicy, it is jolting, it is awakening, and that can be uncomfortable for the Taurus comfort zones. So it could feel like this part of your chart is destabilizing still, which is true for the Taurus energies until 2026. But for a year, when we have this Jupiter in Taurus, it's bringing in what you're building up next, what is true for you, what you do want, what does give you new life, new purpose. It even is where you're bringing in new opportunities, options, and plans based on what this Uranus and Taurus basically tore up, removed, surprised you with. So the Taurus area of your chart is also undergoing some changes right now, but this is meant to be something that returns you to your present reality and what you want to experience in your world. When we have outer planets here, we're making significant life changes. So basically, the Taurus areas of your chart are undergoing change, and the Pisces areas of your chart are undergoing big changes. So I wanted to highlight these for you because these are both feminine energies. They are more receptive, they're very creative. So there could be some things coming in here that you're seeing it with new eyes, through a new lens, and you're like, oh, I never realized that before. I also feel like we're meant to be changing strongly in these parts of our lives. So know that is simply the cosmic weather. That's what's moving through and what we're feeling and sensing that's also showing up in our physical reality and in our physical world. So I think that what we are understanding here is how we can tap into more of our spiritual maturity, our intuition, trusting ourselves, trusting what we can't see. But then the Taurus energy is an earth sign that is practical and realistic and brings you back into your current timeline to say, well, what am I going to do with these messages or inspirations? What am I going to do now that there's a void or something has left or it's complete for me? What am I going to choose to bring into its place? What are my intentions here? What do I want to manifest? What's realistic? Taurus is where we invest our energy. We invest parts of ourselves into something that we want. And it's personal. It's based on what you want in your life and in your world. So, strong focus on Taurus energies and Pisces energies undergoing change, realistic assessment, continuing to trust your intuition, allowing this to be something that grows and expands. Also, knowing what you're worth now, really owning that frequency of self-love that could be brand new for you at a soul level. I'm worth this. I want this. I know I can create this. I know that I am a powerful manifester in this reality. There is a nice synergy between Pisces and Taurus energies. There's a nice sense of, again, that creativity, trusting yourself, doing something because you choose to do it, because even as simple as you got the message in your dreams for something, an idea, an option, a solution, and then you apply it to your real world and you do something about it because you're trusting yourself in that way. So this energy is going to be something that we'll continue to discuss as we move into 2026. But keep in mind, in 2026, all these planets move into masculine signs where both Saturn and Neptune move into Aries, and then Uranus moves into Gemini. So that's about doing and really feeling like things pick up the pace and go faster. So if you can be in intentional flow at times and not feel like you have to force it or make it happen, that could be a good way to move through some of these main themes. And I think the strong Taurus energy is a gift for grounding in so that we don't float away or get swept away by the focus on the Pisces planets, which do want to leave, which do want to basically, this is where we can feel energetically low. Pisces can feel like you have to just go with whatever energy you're feeling. This makes us more sensitive. And I feel like this is something that we are experiencing physically, especially with Saturn and Pisces, is we're feeling the physical effects of ascension even more. We're feeling our own lightness, how our cells have changed, how there's certain things we can't do anymore. Maybe there's certain foods you can't eat, certain habits you can't practice, certain things in your lifestyle that are no longer a fit because your energy is not in sync with them anymore. You know, it's not a frequency match. And then the Taurus energy brings you into your body to say, okay, well, what is a frequency match now? What is something that is supporting me in this physical reality that maybe I'm even ready to do in a new way or in a different way, which is what the Uranus energy can stir up. So just know that the Pisces and Taurus energies are going to be important themes for us to be aware of, to manage, to be conscious of, to check in with. And maybe even it's worth creating some kind of dialogue with each of these planets where, you know, having a conversation with Neptune and Pisces. What is it asking you to remove and to let go of? To go easy on yourself, to have gratitude and compassion. This can feel like loss to the ego, you know, and it can be a struggle to move through that, especially any kind of grief, which can be strong in Pisces. So perhaps it's about having a dialogue with your crown chakra and your energies of this Neptune and Pisces. Maybe you have a dialogue with Saturn in Pisces. Maybe that's also with your crown chakra, and you're just understanding what is complete in your world, what you've learned, what you've come to understand about your time on the planet. And maybe there's some new priorities that start to take shape as this Saturn moves through all of Pisces. And then maybe there's also a dialogue here with this Uranus and Taurus that is connecting you to more of your authentic frequency, more of the truth of what you can do in this lifetime outside of the limitations of the physical world. And that's why it's rattling the can and it's shaking things up and saying, actually, you're more. You're more than what you realized. And this Uranus energy, it can be some very fascinating insights into more of what you want and what you can experience in this world. Now, as I said, this Jupiter is only here for a year, and then it will move into Gemini. But while Jupiter is here in Taurus, traveling behind Uranus, this Jupiter is giving you some opportunities, invitations, resources, what to do with that authentic frequency that you're in connection with or that you want to be in connection with. So overall, the Taurus energies and the Pisces energies are going to be strong for us into 2026. And it would be wise and beneficial to tap into what you are understanding is complete over finalizing, and it opens up some new wisdom that you travel with, and then also really owning what you want, what you need, what you're ready for next, as this Uranus does require us to level up, where things don't stay the same after a Uranus transit. But overall, there's a lovely connection, as I mentioned, between Pisces and Taurus energies. They're both feminine, they're both creative, they're both aware of beauty and harmony on what can I bring into my life that feels good, that supports me, that makes me happy, makes me smile, allows me to enjoy this human journey that doesn't last forever, but how can I make the most of my time while I'm here? So I just want to do this video for you to highlight this theme and perhaps provide perspective on what is unfolding in the Pisces and Taurus energies in your chart, and also perhaps to keep you open to your own ability to continually create, to work with these energies from an empowered place, to make the right choices for yourself, and to also enjoy the most of what is unfolding, even as it requires you to trust higher and to trust more, to stay open, and again, to allow the energies to just flow through. So thank you for joining me. I hope there was some useful insights or information in this video. I will be back soon with another video for you here on my YouTube channel. As always, I appreciate your comments, your likes, your subscribes, and I'll see you back here soon.